Another unwanted incident has been encountered by Russian Aerospace Forces. An S-70 Okhotnik, Russia's first stealthy armed drone, was reportedly shot down by a Russian Su-57 stealth fighter after the drone appeared to malfunction. The incident occurred near the Ukrainian-controlled stronghold of Chasiv Yar in eastern Ukraine on Saturday. Among the wreckage of the drone, there were components resembling a D-30SN precision glide bomb, suggesting that the Okhotnik was on a bombing mission when it was downed. Russia's been looking to field the S-70 Okhotnik alongside the Su-57 as a loyal wingman to the fighter jet. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why Russia killing its own S-70 Okhotnik using Su-57 fighter over Ukraine is a huge setback. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted VPN brands worldwide that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte, an industry-leading Big Four auditing firm. NordVPN provides an encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy by preventing external entry to your internet traffic, as well as enabling you to access content that's blocked based on geolocation. Best of all, with one NordVPN account, you can secure up to 6 devices at the same time. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive savings by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The Okhotnik stealthy heavy hunter-killer drone is being developed by Sukhoi and Russian aircraft corporation MiG. The drone is based on the earlier Mikoyan Scat, designed by MiG and encompassing some technologies of the 5th-generation Sukhoi Su-57 fighter jet. The image of the Russian strike drone emerged on the internet in 2018. On the 3rd of August 2019, Okhotnik performed its maiden flight. Last year, in June, photographs of what appeared to be the Okhotnik in flight during a real-time combat scenario over Ukraine have surfaced. It's reported that the drone was observed operating in the Sumy region. So the platform is being used in the Ukraine war, though to a very limited extent. Okhotnik's design is based on the flying wing scheme and incorporates the use of composite materials and stealth coatings, making the drone low observable in flight. Although the first prototype's exhaust nozzle was conventional and could increase the drone's radar signature, a future upgrade could see improved exhaust as well as engine inlet, as shown by a mock-up at the 2019 MAX International Aviation and Space Salon. It has a weight of about 20 tons and a wingspan of about 65 feet or 20 meters. The drone is powered either by a single AL-31F turbofan, as used on the Sukhoi Su-57 fighter aircraft, or by the improved AL-41F derivative installed on Su-35S fighters and Su-57 prototypes. The maximum speed of the drone is reportedly 1,000 kilometers per hour or 621 miles per hour while carrying its payload internally. As per reports, Okhotnik is being armed with both air-to-surface and air-to-air missiles. For example, according to Jane's KH-59 Mark II standoff cruise missile, which is an advancement from the heavy tactical missile series KH-59, is being tested with Okhotnik. In February 2020, Izvestia reported that the Okhotnik drone had been integrated with the Grom-9 A-77-59 glide bomb, nicknamed Thunder. As per reports, 2 to 3 of these have been developed. The Sukhoi Su-57 FELON is a 5th-generation, stealthy, single-seat, twin-engine jet multi-role fighter aircraft designed for air superiority and ground attack operations. It is the successor of the Su-35 and Russia's answer to the American F-35 Lightning II and F-22 Raptor. Although most information is classified, sources within the Sukhoi company and Defense Ministry have openly stated that the aircraft is stealthy, super maneuverable, has super cruise capability, incorporates substantial amounts of composite materials, and possesses advanced avionics, such as active phased array radar and sensor fusion. A prototype first flew on the 29th of January 2010. The Su-57 has encountered several challenges. The program is actually delayed by a decade, mainly because of budget constraints and technical issues. There is limited serial production as of now. It's likely that the Russian forces have around 20 to 25 of these fighters, out of which 9 to 12 are combat-capable. Su-57 has been used sparingly in Ukraine. In January 2023, reports came where Russia insisted that the FELON jets have been brilliant for its war effort in Ukraine, as these fighter jets successfully disabled Ukrainian air defense systems, among other missions. However, the UK's Ministry of Defense tempered the excitement surrounding the aircraft, stating that while it's highly likely Su-57s are involved in operations related to Ukraine, their missions are probably being conducted from within Russian territory. It seems Su-57 fired a short-range air-to-air missile to destroy the S-70 Okhotnik. Russian Air Force has been using strike aircraft like Su-34 to lob precision-guided winged bombs like UMPK Fab 3000 at Ukrainian targets. But deploying these bombs makes the multi-million-dollar aircraft, like Su-34, vulnerable to Western-supplied air defenses like American Patriot and German Iris-T. On some occasions, low-flying Su-34 were knocked out by even short-range manpads or man-portable air defense system. Su-34 fleet has faced a tough war. Since Russia expanded its conflict in Ukraine in February 2022, Ukrainian air defenses have downed at least 29 of the two-person supersonic bombers. This accounts for a fifth of all Su-34s ever produced by Sukhoi. Introducing S-70 drones to the glide bombing campaign could provide relief for Su-34 regiments and help preserve the lines of their hard-to-replace aircrews. However, as Saturday's incident demonstrated, this is easier said than done. Even the U.S. Air Force, a leader in artificial intelligence for combat drones, is still years away from deploying fully autonomous AI-driven drones. The Russian Air Force lags even further behind. This means the Okhotnik likely depends heavily on a strong radio link to its ground-based operators, presumably located somewhere in Russia. That link, relayed via satellite, is highly susceptible to powerful radio jamming, which disrupts communications and navigation along the 700-mile front line. The most striking aspect of the event, however, is the irony. The first known instance of a flying wing, multi-role, unmanned combat air vehicle being shot down in an active conflict zone wasn't by enemy fire, but by its own Air Force.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.